نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون صدق الله مولانا العظيم وصدق رسول النبي الكريم. My dear Muslim brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I come and I want to speak to all of you in regards to a very important issue that has plagued the human soul since the dawn of time. And this question is one that the shaitan has always used to lure his victims into leading a life filled with things that will earn us the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and put us in bad graces with the blessed Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. And this question that has plagued mankind is, what is the purpose of our life? Often we are asked this question, and if we are not asked at one point or the other in our lives, when we are faced with turmoil, with sadness, with despair, with problems that we don't want to face and we don't feel like facing, we ask ourselves, why did Allah bring us into this world? What was the reason? And often a person turns around and points his finger to the fact that our destinies were already pre-written. So what was the purpose of actually us coming into this world? Was this just a mockery, a play, and nothing else? No, my brothers and sisters, this is wrong. Life is not a mockery. It is not a play. This is the greatest blessing, in fact, that Allah has bestowed upon us human beings. We are the ones who create these problems for us in our own lives. Firstly, let me answer that question that torments each and every troubled soul out there. Why were we born? Why were we put onto this world? The answer is given in the Quran, in Surah Zariyat. This is ayat number 56, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I have created the jinn and humankind only that they might worship me. So the reason for our lives is not to enjoy it. It is not to go out and earn our livelihoods. It is not to get married. It is not to build houses. It is not to have children, but it is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. And this is one key focal point that each and every one of us lose faith in and have lost our belief. And this is what the shaitan wants. For us to lose this key point, this key focus in our lives, that we were sent onto this earth not to enjoy ourselves and to create disharmony, to create a mess and fitna. No. We were sent into this world only so that we can worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these lives that we all have received is a bounty. It's a blessing from Allah. Do you know why? It is a blessing from Allah because Allah has made us the Khalifa. Do you know even what a Khalifa means? It means a representative. We are representatives of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are His representatives. Is there anything bigger and better than that? If I tell you tomorrow that you are the representative of the United States of America, the President of the United States of America, isn't that going to be a big honor for you? Or the Queen of England, you are her representative. Won't you feel great? Then, when Allah Himself has mentioned in the Quran that I've created man as a representative, as a Khalifa, as a vice regent in this earth, why do we not realize the importance of that? Why do we end up misleading our own selves? Allah gave this life to us so that He would bestow this honor upon us. He believes in us. He believes in you. He believes in me. So why are we letting Him down? Why are we simply not worshipping? Times are difficult. I don't know who is listening to me out there, but I do know that a person out of maybe 10, 20, or even 100, there will be one person who will feel lost. They'll feel the weight of the world on their shoulders. A woman might be listening to this who might be abused by a husband and feels she has nowhere to go. A man might be listening to this who must have lost his children or his job or his house or everything. A young boy might be listening to this who feels he has no hopes left, no dreams left. Somewhere, each and every one of us are hurt or are hurting. Why? Because we have lost the focus, which is supposed to be the purpose of our lives. The Quran has mentioned that women and children are only meant as a test. I'm not saying, or I'm not telling any one of you out there that not to enjoy it, but enjoy it while not believing and holding on to it. The more tighter and the more harder you hold on to something, the greater the fear of losing it. Be it a loved one, be it a house, be it a habit. The more used to we get to something or someone, the greater the fear of losing it, and the bigger the chance of actually losing that thing or that person. We spend all our lives building houses. But then do we really? And then, not only that, we end up insuring our houses, building it to our own specifications. And then what happens? An earthquake, a flood, a tornado, and everything goes away. What about those people in Haiti or Chile? Did they not have dreams when they built their houses? Have they not lost their everything? Their whole life's earnings? Who's going to insure them? The insurance companies themselves are broke. The banks are broke. The country is broke. Whom are you going to turn to? What about having children? All of us, at some point or the other, pray for children in our lives. And then when we do end up having them, one or the other ends up hurting us in some way or the other by either following the wrong path, choosing the wrong company, or committing sinful acts in the zest of youth. And who gets hurt?